So Jack, I spoke to you after the game on Saturday and you talked about wanting probably the draw that gave you the best chance of progressing. You probably couldn't have picked a harder draw if you'd done it yourself, getting Celtic at Celtic Park. How do you look about on that draw?
Yeah, I think it's the draw that everybody that's progressed to the quarterfinals would want to avoid simply because of the form that Celtic are in this season, and with it being at their stadium as well, only makes it even more difficult. But I've got experience of going there in the Cup this year at the same stage of the League Cup, so I know first hand how difficult it is, but I also know first hand that what can be achieved on the night. So when the game comes around, I think it's a fantastic occasion for us to go and take part in. The conversations I've had with some of the players already, I know how much they're looking forward to it and how much they're looking forward to meeting the challenge as well. So look, we've got important games obviously in between, but I think it's something for everybody at the club to look forward to.
You obviously mentioned that there. You did take your Alloa side there at the start of the season, and you got a lot of plaudits that night from the way your team kind of stifled Celtic a little bit, and it took them a long time to actually break through. Does that give you encouragement going there this time?
Well, look, I think it's different circumstances, different competition. I would suggest that Celtic are even stronger than they were then because I think they're into this flow of games and performances that is incredible at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it's been good because I've had recent experience of going there and knowing or seeing firsthand rather how they play, how their players play, what strengths they have. So it'll help from a preparation side. And look, I'm going there with a stronger quality squad as well than I went there with that night. So that's encouraging for me as well.
You spoke about some of the players maybe being excited about this, an exciting tie. Can that then tie in with some of the sort of league games and stuff like that as well? Because players will maybe want to play in that game and have a point to prove to try and get one of the starting places.
Well, I think it all helps. The one thing that I think I've said previously is that we've been stressing to the players for a number of weeks now that they can have an enjoyable last 3 or 4 months of the season. We can turn around their position in the league and we can achieve something in both cup competitions that we're still in. So the fact that we have this tie ahead of us should only help their performance levels in training and in games in between. Look, they shouldn't lack any motivation in any game we have now between now and the end of the season, but it always just helps to try and create an increased morale around the place.
And obviously the cup competitions, there was the IRN-BRU Cup semi-final on Sunday, playing the New Saints from Wales. You've, again, when you were at Alloa, you had the experience of playing a Welsh team. What are you expecting on Sunday?
Well, I think it's a challenge because obviously in terms of the opposition we know less about them than we would normally. We had somebody down watching their game at Carmarthen at the weekend. I had, ironically enough, had watched them against Bala early in the season because it was Bala that I was due to face with Alloa, so I'd seen the Saints several months ago. I've got footage of other games that I've watched as well, so our preparation will be as thorough as ever. I think it's a good game for us to have as a club because it's got that freshness about it. I think it's new opposition that we haven't faced at all this season, different players for the players to play against on an individual basis, so a tough match because of how they've been this season. I think they're defeated at the weekend. I think it's their first one this season, so it shows the confidence they've had within their group that they've won games on a regular basis. But with us being at home and coming off the back of a good victory at the weekend, then I'd be confident that if we produce a performance capable of, then we can progress to the final.
It's almost like a Battle of Britain, given that you're one game away from a potential final. Is there a lot of kind of excitement with the players in terms of that?
There should be. The incentive and the opportunity to the cup final, it should be huge. They don't often get the chance to get there in any competition as a player. So as the week builds up, then that message will be stressed more and more to them. And I know come Sunday they'll definitely have that mood around them. I think they recognise that they're one game away from a national cup final. And then one game away from that, then winning it, which to achieve silverware at any point in your career is fantastic. So a game I'm really looking forward to as a manager. I would love to lead this club into a cup final, and I'm grateful that the opportunity will come around on Sunday.
And in terms of the fans, again, how important will they be Sunday?
Look, I know I've said, I think I spoke about this after the Dumbarton game, that during my time here they've been terrific, both here and in particular away from home. The backing we had again on Saturday was incredible, given the distance they had to travel for the game, given the conditions, travelling conditions, never mind the conditions to sit and watch the game, and then to make noise and have a volume of support during the game when it was incredibly cold, to sit and watch it was terrific. And especially as the game I wasn't always going the way we wanted it, having been pegged back in the game as well, we needed that support to help drag us through, and so I look forward to them helping us on Sunday as well. I think we are getting there, you know, in terms of performances, results. You know, we've only lost 3 in 11 now, so we're starting to try and build momentum, and I'm absolutely know that momentum will fire the fans even more, and so I hope they'll turn out on Sunday in numbers. And my aim is obviously to give them a cup final to look forward to, because that would be the least they deserve this season.